last week's episode?
I tried to, but I was busy.
So when are you gonna do the review?
Right now.
But aren't you doing episode 4 review right now?
Yes, which is why I'm doing them both this time.
Isn't that kinda lazy?
You know, I have a life. Go watch Emergency Awesome. Or Schmoes Know or something. They have it more in time.
I have problems, man. What if I just don't subscribe?
I'm ashamed. Well, here's the review. So starting off at episode 3, we have Travis's group who escapes the barbershop and get to the truck somehow. I didn't even realize that truck was still going to be around. I thought it would have been flipped over by now. That would have been like logic in most riots, but whatever. The Salazar mother, she gets hurt by some big giant stand thing that destroys her foot, so they decide to take the Salazars with them. So on the way to the house, they go by a hospital that's being attacked by a bunch of walkers, and we see the effects it's having, where it's like, it's not just affecting the streets and everything, no, it's affecting everywhere. So we see them shooting down a bunch of walkers, and the whole place is exploding and getting into chaos. And on their way home, they look out into the city, and they see that the whole place is going dark. It's all dark, and everything is going down. The power, everything. Just mass chaos. Going back to the chaos theory from before. But yes, that is over with. We already know the chaos that's going on. Then at the house, we notice that, you know, they're biding their time, so they decide to bring out a Monopoly board, and they play, and they just hang out, play board games the entire time, and it's like, oh, it's having a nice time. Then they hear a door, something knocking on it, they see a dog, they bring it in, it's hurt, so it's like, okay, they get the idea that something is nearby, so they go to the house next door by doing something super stupid, which is going into this creepy maze. Walker 101, don't walk into a creepy maze in any horror movie. You know what? I'll call it horror 101, because not just for walkers and zombies, it's for any horror movie. Never go into a crazy, creepy maze. Either way, they find a weapon, well, parts of it, and right on time, the other family gets back, and they see that the dog that was put in is getting eaten by said walker that was nearby, which is a neighbor of theirs. Travis tries to be the nice guy and talk to him, but it doesn't work out well because the walker tries to eat him and tackles him and pins him to the floor. So they try every way possible, but in the end, the father of the Salazar, which I feel so bad for not remembering any of their names except for the daughter, not sure why, but either way, he comes out of nowhere and shoots the thing with the shotgun that they got. And yeah, we see Faceless Walker. Hi, how you doing? And it just blows to the ground. And yeah, that is like pretty much both Chris and Alicia's first Walker experience. So they finally realize what's going on. They explain it. It's like, yep, crazy stuff, crazy stuff. So right then and there, I do have a feeling that, well, here's the thing. Before going on, I feel like Travis and the Salazar mother are the two kind of like most likely to die at some point thing. Even though Travis is the main character, which I understand, like it's pointing to the fact that he's kind of like the Rick of the group, so he's learning. So later on, I get the feeling he's going to become some, you know, big, bad beep. But as of right now, it's just like, yeah, it's not going to work for now. He is way too trusting, way too friendly, and because of that is probably going to get someone killed. So next door, they see that the neighbor is actually a walker. And it's sad because, you know, it's a babysitter slash neighbor that they knew for a while. It's sad. The husband gets home the next day. The walker tries to eat him. But before that happens, the army suddenly comes in, which is very questionable. Because you would wonder, how the heck did the army know this was happening in this very location? That is one heck of a timing. And that headshot, though, holy freak. So, yes, the army gets in. And, yeah, now the whole place is getting into a form of quarantine, I'm gonna say. Pretty much the Salazars and the other families that are all together, they're all in the same house now, and they are considering whether or not the army is a good thing. Travis and some of the others are like, yes, this is great, while others are like, is it really? Yeah, we all know how this is going to turn out at some point. The army's going to do something stupid, and the characters are not going to like them, and yeah, that's going to end up with that. So we go off into episode 4, where we leave off a couple of weeks later after the episode 3, and we see, oh, they're getting used to the life with the army there. Everyone there seems happy-ish. It's a community. Imagine Woodbury back in the original Walking Dead, except without a governor. That's pretty much how this is. It's like, it's without the governor, but the army is the governor in a sense. So it's not one guy, it's an entire league in a sense. So yeah, so we see that Travis is actually buddy with the guy in charge, even though he says he's not the guy in charge, but it looks like he's the guy in charge, so I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so we also see that they're rationing the food, giving it to certain people, 1 per family or something like that. And Ophelia, using her good looks and charms, I mean, I don't know, it could work on me, maybe. Gets pretty good and frisky with this one army guy, and yeah, that's nice. While Travis, his friend slash boss in the army, makes him go and talk to a neighbor who apparently trusts Travis to get a hold of himself because apparently he's not acting well. So he does, but later on he sees that he runs away, he worries the family, and apparently the guy in charge says that they took him to some facility. But we already know what's most likely going on. I mean, most likely this facility is where they can kill him off. That's how I feel. So at that same time, Madison decides to be curious because it's something that Chris saw. Chris says that he saw on the other side, we see it ourselves, that in one of the houses far off, there's a light shining. So Madison, being the curious one, sneaks out of the place, which is funny because you would expect guards to be around, goes around and sees that on the outside, it's full of bodies, shot down and everything. But she notices that some of the army dudes who walks by and almost sees her, but she hides under a truck. Yeah, she sees that they shot down not just walkers, but apparently they also shot down certain living people. Not sure why, we're probably going to find that out soon. At the same time, we see that some of the younger characters are having some problems, where it's like we said, Ophelia has this relationship with this army dude now. Then we see Alicia, I believe her name. Apparently this whole thing is so much for her that she is hurting herself and stuff. Apparently she's the emo of the group now. Ah, crud, are we gonna have another Beth thing where someone has to find out and we have to go through this entire saga or something like that? By the way, I love you, Beth, just saying. Love, like, yeah, you're a great character. Sorry to, yeah. Either way, then we see Nick, who is looking around, and he is super duper in the need of drugs for some reason. Not sure why. The freaking addict. You would think at first he was one of the smartest people in the group. Now he's just being dumb. It's weird. But yes, he's going around looking for drugs to the point where he actually stole morphine from one of the patients who was supposed to have that for his health. But he does it, so most likely that patient's gonna die. They already gave hints that he got sent off to the same facility. In the end of the episode, both the Mama Salazar and Nick are sent to the facility with Liza going on ahead. Madison, who comes back from the whole excursion and explains it to Travis after some interesting makeup sex. But yes, so pretty much Nick and Mama Salazar get sent off to the same facility. Liza on with her, making Madison believe that Liza was the one who caused all this. And Travis is upset, and Chris is like, wait, mommy, where are you going? And in the end, Travis goes to the roof and sees that, wow, Chris and Madison both had a point. There is a light shining. Is there someone out there? Even though the army told me not. And that's pretty much where we left off. So yeah, interesting episodes. Yep. And a lot of interesting stuff. Obvious symbolism in the first episode with the episode 3 with the dog, where it's like the dog, the title of it. Pretty much you gotta learn, especially with the Salazar, that they know that this world is hard and he has to survive, while Travis is on the other end trying to figure that out himself. Madison is learning it, and then in this episode where it's like, okay, army, kind of a cliche, that you know, we can't really trust them, but hey, what are you going to do? In the end, both really good episodes, and I can't wait to see what happens later on. Can't wait to see what happens with the two families and how it's going to work and how they're going to get Nick and Mama Salazar back. So that was my review for episodes 3 and 4 of Fear the Walking Dead. We have 2 episodes left before the actual show of The Walking Dead comes back. So, you know, waiting some time to see what happens. I'm interested to see, since we have 2 episodes left, what's going to happen. What's going to happen to Nick and Mama Salazar, see if they make it out. To be honest, I kind of see Mama Salazar turning into a walker, just saying, no offense, I feel bad for the family, but someone in the main cast has to die at some point, and a lot of points are leading to her. It's kind of obvious by now. So, yeah, what did you guys think? Comment down below. And, yeah, question of the day. What do you think of the army? Do they have a point of what they're doing in this episode? Or do you think the army's not exactly the best people to trust in a zombie apocalypse? I don't know. I'm all for the military. I have military in the family with my step-uncle and stuff and some other people. So, yes, I love you guys. Respect. Yeah, definitely. But, yeah, in a zombie apocalypse, I would not trust you guys one heck. My uncle, yes. Just not the army itself. Yeah, because then this will happen. Yeah. Also, did anyone else hear that weird rumor that Pewdiepie might appear in the Fear the Walking Dead? I don't know if it's true or not, but that would explain his bloody shoes in his shoots and him going to LA in the first place. Might be. I don't know. What do you think? Comment below. So, in the end, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And, yeah, check out my Facebook page. I'll send a link down below, as well as my Twitter and my Google+. Check out the box over here if you want to see the episode 2 review for Fear the Walking Dead. And check out in this box over here if you want to see review for the latest Vixen episode. Yeah. So with that, I will catch you guys later, and have an awesome day, and be safe from those walkers. See ya!
This is all connected. You show up, and now 3 of us are gone.